This conference will now be recorded.
Hello guys, welcome to Kumar Consulting. So guys, in this session once again we are going to continue this basic setting itself. So in previous session what we have covered, like fiscal year variant, we have covered posting period variant. Now we are going to have a look on the next one. Okay, so we are having field status variant. What is the use of field status variant, guys? Look at here. So the field status variant is the set of field status group which is linked with GL master, and it helps to control the fields which appears during transaction posting. Okay, now I'll tell you guys, whenever we post any transactions, whenever we are going to post any transactions, lots of details are supposed to be specified for that transactions. Let's suppose we are having like you have to specify certain date, reference field, text field, cost center, profit center, business area, right? Uh, and lots of other details are also there. Okay. So now, and what are these all things? Because since we are in what to say initial itself, in the sense basic setting itself, so don't think about the topic which I said. Okay, these things will be coming into future. Now, so what is happening? So here, at the time of posting of transactions, look at here, I have added one small screenshot. Here like value date is appearing, assignment field is appearing, text field is also appearing. Now say for example, so whatever the fields are appearing, whatever these fields are appearing, it should be having certain control. Control in the sense what, guys? Let's suppose if your user in the sense employee of Tata Motor. So if the user says that no, I don't want, let's suppose this assignment field supposed to be appearing in the sense like assignment field is not required. Let's suppose they are saying that we are not having any use of assignment field, then why it should be there? You just remove it. Then what to do? So these things are going to be controlled by field status variant. Okay, whichever fields appears during transaction posting, this is going to be I'll show you guys practically also, but before that we need to have we have to complete the complete basic settings, and then GL settings also we have to do, and then we'll post certain transactions, and I'll show you practically how this control is happening so that you guys will be having 100% understanding. Okay, so we are talking about this field status variant now. The field status variant controls the fields which appears during transaction posting, and small screenshot I have added that if anybody says like assignment field is not required, then what will happen? Look at here upper side, in this upper side, in this screenshot, I'll just make it a bit larger. Okay, so now hope you guys will be able to have the clear picture. So now here uh, this is the transaction posting here, transaction posting screen. So here assignment field is there. People are saying that I don't require this assignment field. Then what will happen? This is the configuration screen. In configuration screen, what we have to do? This assignment number is there, and look at here, we are having 3 radio buttons. Okay, we are having 3 radio buttons. So what you have to do? You have to click on here suppressed. Okay, right now look at here, optional entry is there. Optional entry means what, guys? If it is optional, then assignment field will appear. If you are going to keep your cursor on suppress and if you save it, then assignment field is going to disappear. So look at here, guys, configurations we are doing at this level, in the sense field status variant configurations we are doing here. And where is the impact? The impact is on a different screen. Okay, So we'll see this practically, then you'll be having perfect understanding, don't worry. Once I post certain transactions, I'll show you guys, but right now we'll have to wait for some time because we have to do some more settings. Okay, so once it is done, then I'll show you. Now, so this is what the major use. Apart from this, we are having required entry options also. Like somebody says, like this text field. Text field means what, guys? Whatever, if you post any transactions in the books of accounts and all, people use to write certain narrations and all. So those things can be specified here in text field. So if somebody says text field must be a required entry, what does it mean? Text field must be required entry means it means user must have to specify certain details in text field. So in that case, what is happening? Text field we are going to make as required entry. If you click here, then this is going to be required entry. Required entry means what, guys? At the time of posting of transactions, user cannot ignore this text field. Right now, all fields are optionals. Optional means it will appear during transaction posting, but if you want to give certain input, you can, or else even you can skip also. Okay, if you want to uh, give, like if you want to give certain input, you can give, and you can skip also. Okay, there is a question here asked by Bharat. Suppose assignment text is required for AP team and not required for FA team. Okay, can we do based on GL? Of course, right now, since just a basic explanations I'm going to, I have given, guys, right now. But look at here, this can be done. This can be done. That's not a problem. So what I said, in field status variant, we are having lots of field status group. Okay, so this is controlled by field status group only. We are having several field status group, guys. It is controlled by field status group only. If you talk about account payable team, they are using different sets of GL. If you talk about account receivable team, they are using different sets of GL. So I said, like, the field status groups are going to be assigned with the GL master. Okay, so for account payable team, will be having different field status group. For account receivable team, will be having different field status group. Whichever GLs are going to be used by account payable team, in those GL, this, let's suppose we are having a field status group A and we are having field status group B. So whatever GLs or set of GLs are being used by AP team, account payable team, in that, against in those GL, we are going to use field status group A, which is having, let's suppose, this assignment field and text field as a required entry. But for AR team, what is happening? Whatever sets of GL is going to be used by AR team, in that, what we have to do, we are going to assign a different field status group. Okay, and in that, these two fields will be optional. So this is how we are going to meet the requirement. Okay, so I haven't gone in details why because practically if I show, then I think you guys will be, in the sense how the fields are going to be controlled and all. If you know practically, right, then even you can make your own experiments easily. Okay, if you're able to understand the logic, then easily you will be able to make your own experiments. So now, field status group, guys, will do one thing. I'll set up this field status group and then we'll proceed further. So let me log in first. Okay, so we are having transaction code OBC4. Today itself, I got, on daily basis, several people are putting several questions. I got a questions. Somebody was asking related to this field status group itself. I've seen on WhatsApp. So because my numbers are there on YouTube. So guys, one thing I'll tell you, generally what is happening, the question was quite basic itself, right? And there was one more guy who had a very basic questions related to this one, fiscal year variant. Okay, it was quite basic questions. Hopefully you guys can easily, respond to that. Anyway, so now here, and what was the question? He asked a question and then he said like, so even 2, 3 other questions were also there, which was quite basic, right? Now he was saying that, so I have added 4 years of experience, okay? And so you tell me like certain interview question and answers and some real-time requirements so that I can crack the interview. I'll tell you guys, the kind of question he was asking is what was quite basic. It means it shows that he doesn't have the basic knowledge also, and he is having, look at the guts he is having, in the sense he is confident enough to justify 4 years of experience, even though it's not possible. But I'm not supposed to say that it is possible or not, because I simply see the messages and it's impossible to reply everybody's and all, right? So what I'm saying that, see, by adding the experience and uploading the resume, you have uploaded the resume on Naukri.com or whatever the job portals are there, and people think now I have done my roles, in the sense I have done my activities. No, you must have to justify also. And justification, how it is going to happen, guys? If you don't have the proper knowledge, then how you are going to justify it? So anyway, now most of the people think that they have learned the configurations, in the sense how to create this field status, what to say, variant, how to create this fiscal year variant, how to create this posting period variant, right? They think that they become a consultant. No, you need to know lots of things inside of field status variant, inside of posting period variant, inside of fiscal year variant. We are having several things to do, right? Okay, so we'll do one thing, guys. Now here, field status variant OBC4. Guys, come out. Don't make the experiment at the time of what you said this one. Listen the lecture and see this practically, or else if you make the experiment during this what to say live classes and all, you won't be able to listen the things which I'm explaining. Okay, so at least either if you have to practice, quit the class and just practice, right? If you're attending the class, then better to listen the lecture. Okay, so now here, what we have to do, look at here, we are having two standard field status variant. Copy anyone. You copy this 1000 or copy 001. Okay, and generally in real time also we are going to copy itself. We don't create our own, because already is standard. Whatever the field status groups are required, that is already set up by SAP. Okay, now you just, I'm going to copy this 1000. So just select this. If you click here, it is going to be selected. If you click again, it is going to be deselected. Okay, now click on copy as. The first one is create, in the sense new entry, and double page symbol is copy. Click on copy as, and here we are going to give a code of our field status variant. As I told you people that better here also the code length is 4 digit only. So better to give your whatever code we have given while defining the company code, the same code we are going to give here. So why? It will be quite easy to remember. What is your posting period variant? It is TN02. What is your company code? TN02. What is your field status variant? TN02 itself. Right? If you give different codes, it will be difficult to remember. Field status variant, here descriptions you can give, and if you press enter, then system is saying that what you want to copy all or copy one entry. We want to copy all. That's what we are going to copy. Click on copy all always. Okay, so here also I have seen like several people simply say that click on copy all and save it. Of course we are going to save it. But if you click on copy all, then what will happen, guys? Whatever field status variant we have copied, it is having around 49 field status group which is already set up by SAP. Okay, which is already set up by SAP, guys. And if you click on copy all, then all the field status groups are going to be copied. If you click on only copy only one entry, then nothing is going to be copied. So don't make experiment, only click on copy all itself. If you select this and if you double click on field status group, you will come to know, look at here, we are having all this field status group which has been copied just now, right? These all are the field status group which has been copied just now. Now, the common field status group is Z001, which is going to be used, guys. Okay, but apart from this, we are having several other field status group also, which is having uses at different activities. Okay, those things you will come to know once we proceed further, because we have to set up several GLs, we have to set up, we have to perform several testings, right? So right now, I've selected, let's suppose the Z001. Double click on this. Look at here, there are several tabs are appearing. Double click on general data itself. Now look at here, we are having several options. Assignment number is there, text field is there, invoice reference is there. Some of them are optional entries, some of them are suppressed. Whichever fields are suppressed, those fields will not appear during transaction posting. Okay. So those fields are okay. Now, so here, now whatever the suppressed fields are, whatever the suppressed are there, this is the standard setting, guys, given by SAP. Let's suppose if you need like, let's suppose you need like some invoice reference field supposed to be also required. You can make it optional and you can save it, right? But right now I'm not going to do anything, because as I said, like once we post the transactions, then we are going to have a look. Okay, once we post the transactions, then we are going to have a look practically that how the impact is going to happen. Okay, so now here we have defined our field status variant, and inside of variant, what is happening, guys? We are having several field status groups. Okay, so what is this field status variant, guys? Field status variant is nothing but the cluster of field status group. Okay, so in the sense, inside of field status variant, we are having several field status group, and whenever we set up the GL account, in GL account we are going to assign this field status group. But right now, since we are not having the GL related settings, then what we are going to do, guys? Then we are going to what to say? We'll have to wait. Once I set up the GL account, then I will let you know. Now, theoretically, okay. So let's suppose whenever we are going to, I'm having a GL number. This GL number 1005. This is the GL number. Okay, let's suppose this is rent GL. So while setting up the GL number, once you set the GL, in that we are going to give the field status group. Let's suppose Z001. This is the field status group which I have assigned. Okay, Z001. Let's suppose this field status group I have assigned, which is quite common. Most likely, in most of the GL, Z001 is going to be used. Now, so I have assigned this Z001. Whenever you post a transaction, these transactions are going to be posted against GL account itself. Okay, and inside of GL account, what we have done, guys, we have assigned this field status group. Okay, so whenever you post a transactions against a particular GL, then what will happen, guys? Here, and let's suppose we are having another GL 1006, and this is audit fees account. Okay, and here we have assigned a different G002. Okay, so in G001, let's suppose text field is required entry. Okay, and in G001, the same text field is Optional. Optional entry. It means whenever you post any transactions against rent GL, then what will happen, guys? In rent GL, we are having different field status group. And at field status group, what we have done? At field status group, we have already, whatever this, let's suppose text field is there, we have made it required entry. So if it is required entry, then whenever you post any transactions against rent GL, then what will happen? You must have to enter certain inputs in text field. Whereas whenever you are going to post any transactions against this audit fee GL, then here we are having different field status group, and in that field status group, text field is optional. So whether you enter the, what to say, this text field or narration, it doesn't matter. In the sense whether you enter or not, it doesn't matter. Optional means if you want to give, you can give, that's your choice, or else if you want to skip, you can skip also. Okay, so this is the use of the field status group, guys, or this is the use of field status variant. Field status variant means broader level, because this is the cluster of field status group. Okay, in the sense set of field status group. Okay, now there is a question here. How do you know which is standard and which is not? Based on your experience, dear. Okay, standard means what? Whatever the settings, like let's suppose once you, once you complete the session, I think you will be also having most of the idea you'll be having, like which one is the standard means what? Whatever configuration steps are already given by SAP, that is going to be treated as a standard. Okay, that is going to be treated as a standard, and whichever is not given by SAP and all, then that is going to be called customized, in the sense we have to go for development and all, right? So that is not the standard one. This is how you can like come to know. Okay, and there are questions that SAP GL number are fixed for all organizations or possible to create custom. See, I think this is at this point of time, I'm not going to reply this answer because we are real setting yet to come, right? So once I'm going to cover that topic, automatically you'll be getting your answer, right? There I'll explain that what are the GL length will be there and how we are going to define the GLs, what should be the GL number, numeric, alphanumeric, alphabetics, right? So I think whatever your questions are there, that is going to be answered automatically. Okay. Now here, so we'll do one more thing, guys. This field status variant we have created. There is one more question here. Can we add additional field? Can we add additional field? Additional field, it depends. Okay, depends in the sense like let's suppose if the additional fields are available here. If the additional fields are available here and if it is suppressed, then what will happen? We can make it optional, and we can, like let's suppose here, we can make it optional. These fields are going to appear during transaction portion. Okay, since it is suppressed, so that is why it is not appearing. But if the field itself is not available in the list, if the field itself is not available in the list, then through standard configurations it is not possible to bring. Okay, for that, of course, additional fields can be generated, can be brought, but not directly by you people. For that, we have to go for customizations, which is called development, and there will be involvement of your technical consultant, so-called ABAP consultant. Okay, now, so field status variant, what we have done, guys, we have defined the field status variant. Okay, now assign this field status variant against your company code. So OBC5, because this field status variant I have set up for Tata Motor. How SAP will come to know, guys? So for that, we have to assign this. Click on position and give your company code TM02. Press enter, and here field status variant. Let's suppose here we are going to give TM02 itself because I have assigned TM02, and save it. Control S. Okay, again system is going to brought this have brought this what is the transport request. You just press continue, so that on same TR these all things are going to be saved. Now, so what we have done, we have done with the field status variant. Okay, after that we are having tolerance group, right? Document type, number ranges, posting key. I'll tell you guys, after that I'm going to set up this number range. Tolerance group will take time. Okay, so we'll set up tolerance group, will set up in next session. And before that we are having like tolerance group we are going to set up at last. Okay, now it will be like this. So field status variant, then number range. What is this number range, guys? So whenever you post a transactions, whenever we are going to post a transactions, let's suppose our normal transactions, as I given example of rent. So rent account, let's suppose debit, and your okay. So this is a normal posting. Let's suppose if you are going to post any such kind of transactions, whatever, I just quoted that example. So whenever you post a transaction, then what will happen, guys? System is going to generate a transaction number. A transaction number will be generated. Okay. So whenever you post a transaction, that transaction is called document. In SAP language, it is called document. When you post a transaction, this is called we are posting a document. Okay. So I said whenever you post a transaction, system is going to generate a transaction number. So transaction is going to be called as document. So whenever you post a document, then instead of transaction number, you have to say document number. System is going to generate a document number. Okay, document is nothing but transactions, and document number is nothing but transaction number. So whenever we are going to post the transactions and all, system is going to generate a transaction number. So how, like this transaction number, what should be the length of this transaction number? 4 digit, 10 digit, 8 digit, 7 digit, maximum 10 digit length we can give, right? Whether it is numeric, alphanumeric, alphabetic, whatever it is, right? But generally, I'll tell you guys, always it is going to be numeric itself. Okay, it is going to be numeric. Keep in your mind, you are going to specify numeric digits. Okay, this is how it will be, like 1001, 1002, 1004, 1005, 1006, like that. This is the 4 digit I am going to define, guys. The 4 digit length I'll keep, because always keep the small length only for practice. Okay, in real time what will happen, guys? In real time the length will be, a document number length will be more. It will be 8 digit minimum or 10 digit maximum. Okay, because in real time what is happening, lots of transactions will be posted. Let's suppose if you have to define a document type, FBN1 is the transaction code. Okay, FBN1 is the transaction code, guys, by which we are going to define the number range. Okay, so I said we have posted these transactions. Okay, if you post the transactions, system is going to generate a transaction number also. Let's suppose transaction number is also 1000. Here I'll change the amount, like let's suppose this is the amount. So transaction number is 1000. Okay, if you post the next transaction, it will be 1001. Next, if you post 1002, likewise, system is going to generate. So how this number is getting generated, right? So this is getting generated because we have to specify the number range somewhere. Okay. Now click on company code. Sorry, give your company code TM02. Okay, and click on change interval middle. Okay. So look at here. Here we are having options. Here you have to give a code. Let's suppose I have given 01 and year. For which year it is getting created, guys? So it is for 2019. And here give a length 1000 to 1999. Okay. Now guys, there should not be any questions that, okay, what will happen if this range is going to be consumed? I'll tell you guys, generally in real time, range will never consume. Why? Because it will be huge. I said 10-digit length, right? In real time, we are going to give 10-digit lengths. Okay. Now, so here, I have given 4-digit length. Why? Because if a small length is there, then a small number is going to be 1001, 1005, 1006. It will be quite easy for remember, in the sense to remember you guys. Okay, what was the previous transaction number? It was 1005. Okay, it was 1004. Because we have to make lots of different kind of experiments and all. If it is 10-digit length, you won't be able to remember the document numbers and all. That is why I always keep small length only. Okay, once you become expert, you can make any sort of experiment. Okay, now here what is happening, we have given this range. You just save it and press enter. Now here, and look at here guys, while saving the number range, transport request number is not appearing. Okay, transport request number is not appearing. So this logic also I have explained in the interview question and answer segment itself. Don't worry why it is not appearing. Now, so here what length I have given? 1000 to 1999. Okay, 1000 to 1999 I have given. Now, so whenever we are going to post a document, this one also guys, I will show you practically. Okay, how the number is getting generated, and there is a field called NR status, that is called number and status. What is the use of this NR status field? Okay, we are also having this external assignment, this field. Okay, so external assignment what means what guys? Look at here, this is a checkbox. You can apply a check mark. Okay, so if you apply, I'm not going to apply the check mark, I'll just explain the logic. If you apply a check mark here, if right now we have not applied a check mark and I have saved this, okay, so it means whenever you are going to post the transactions, automatically the document number will be generated by system. The document number is going to be generated by system automatically. Okay, but what will happen if you apply a check mark here, external assignment? It means manually, once you save the document, manually we have to give the document number. Okay, 1000, 1001, 1002 from this range itself. Range we have already given that this is the range. From this range itself, document number is going to be generated. So internally, what is happening, guys? System is going to determine the document number one by one automatically. Okay, sequence wise. And externally, if you applied a check mark, it means now the document number control is there in our hand. If you have generated one document, let's suppose document number is 1000. So manually you have to put 1000. Next document number 1000, manually you have to put this. Okay. So now this option is also there. Generally external we are not going to assign because there might be a chances that you are going to miss out the sequence. Right. So now here, this is the use of external number in assignment. I have explained because if somebody asked during interview that, okay, whatever number ranges are there, so will it be document number is generated by system automatically or manually? What is the functionality? You have to say both. We are having both options. We are having external assignment. So if we apply a check mark over there, then what is happening? The same number, whatever document numbers are there, that need to be entered manually by user. Okay. If we don't apply a check mark over there, then document number is going to be generated or determined by system or going to be generated by system automatically. Okay, this is the differences between these two. As I said, once we complete the GL setting, once we complete the GL settings and all, then once again I have to come back and I have to explain the logic of these things whichever I have explained, so that you guys will be having perfect understanding. Okay, now so what we have done guys, we have defined the number range. There is one more thing guys, number range is year specific in the sense like it's what is happening year specific in the sense like I mean to say that every year it is going to be set up. New number range is going to be set up. New number range means, let's suppose this is 2019. Okay, so in 2020, once again you have to set up. In 2020, once again you have to set up a new number range. New number range doesn't mean that we are going to set up 2000 to 2999. No, same number range can be set up even for next year also. Same number range can be set up. Now the question is, let's suppose I have posted one document number. Okay, I have posted one transactions and system has generated document number 1000. Okay, so now if the same number is 1000 to 2000 or 1000 to 1999, I'm going to set for next year also, in the sense for 2020 also, you need to click on here and let's suppose same 01 and that is for 2020, right? This is for 2020. So here it will be what? Let's suppose 2020 also 1000 to 1999 itself. Press enter. It's okay. System, whenever you see the reports, guys, in reports are going to be seen year wise. So if in 2020 also, if you want to see the reports, like let's suppose, so whatever the reports are going to be visible, then that is for which fiscal year? 2020, right? So there will be like, let me proceed further, guys. Your lots of confusions and queries are going to be solved. If I explain here theoretically, then I think for some of you it's going to create the confusions. Okay, so generally as of now you just keep in your mind that, sorry, I deleted the 2019 one. Okay, keep in your mind that number range every year it is going to be set up. Okay, so this is the part of year end activity. Once the year is going to be finished, then we have to set up new number range. Okay, so this is the part of year end activity. What we have seen, guys, we have defined the number range. Okay, now number range is also getting created against a particular company code. Look at here, I should click on back button. Interval doesn't exist. We have saved it. Number range is also getting created against, okay, yeah, number range is also getting created against a particular company code. Okay, so here assignment is not required, guys. Here already it is created against CM02 itself, right? So during creation itself we can say that assignment is done. Now what next? Now we are having another things that is called document type. So guys, I'll tell you, whenever you post a transaction, okay, if you talk about document type, okay, we'll do one thing. I'll give some brief this one. Okay, let me bring it here in this sequence. Okay, look at here, document type. Okay, so now you will have to bring this one here. So we'll explain about this document type. Just wait, guys. Okay, so now we are talking about document type. Look at here, document type determines the types of transactions. That is invoice, credit memo, payment. It controls the document number, range, and field status as well. Now this field status as well, this field status means what, guys? two fields are going to be controlled, header text and reference field. But this one also I'm going to show you practically itself, so that you need not to mug up anything. It will be there in your mind. Okay, right now I'll just give a very uh, easiest explanations. Easiest explanations means what? I said document type determine the types of transactions. Let's suppose we are having a customer XYZ Limited. This is the customer, or this is your vendor. Let's suppose this is your vendor, right? So in that vendor, if you look at the vendor report, you'll be having certain amounts. Okay, you'll be having certain amount, like, okay, different amounts will be there. So now if you look at this, then how you will come to know, because in vendor, if we talk about vendor, then several different kind of transactions are getting posted. Okay, several different kind of transactions are getting posted in a particular vendor. Like, let's suppose this is invoice, this is credit memo, vendor credit memo, this is, let's suppose, payment. Okay, what does it mean, guys? We have purchased a goods worth of 1,000 rupees. Okay, out of 1,000 rupees, what we found that we have 300 worth of goods are defective. We have returned it to the vendor. So even we have to adjust our books of account also, in the sense, whatever right now 1,000 worth of liability is there in our books of account, but how much actual liability is, guys? It should be 700 only, right? Because 300 worth of goods we have already returned. So we are going to post transactions in the form of credit memo. Okay, return transactions is going to be posted. So what will happen? Now your total liability is going to be adjusted. Okay, and it will show only 700. And finally, what is happening, guys? The payment worth of 700 we are going to make. So now these all three are different transactions. If you look at the report and all, how you will come to know with the amount, it is impossible to remember, determine if, or to identify which one is an invoice, which one is the credit memo, which one is the payment. So I'll tell you guys, whenever we are going to post a transactions, what is happening? Those transactions are getting posted. Those transactions are getting posted against a particular document type. Okay. Now, if you talk about invoice is getting posted against KR document type. If you talk about credit memo, it is going to be posted against KZ document type. If you talk about payment, it is going to be posted against KZ document type. Okay, so transactions are getting posted against different document type. Okay, so and this will be appearing. If you see the reports, in front of every line item, you will be having the document type also. So by looking at the document type, easily you will come to know, okay, first one is invoice, second one is the credit memo, third one is the payment. Okay, so this is how these are the common. There are certain common document types, guys. It will be there at the tip of your tongue, because this is very you guys are going to be very familiar with these all document types, because we have to post several such kind of documents and all, in the sense transactions and all. So what is the use of document type, guys? Document type determines the types of transactions. With KR document type, I came to know that this is invoice. With KZ document type, I came to know this is credit memo. With KZ document type, I came to know this is payment. We are having other document types also will come into picture, right? So what is happening with the help of document type? We come to know, okay, if we are having like a normal JV, let's suppose if we are having a normal JV, general voucher, that is going to be posted against SA document type. Okay, so we are having different transaction code, guys, which we have to use during transaction postings. And what will happen during transaction posting? Automatically, the system is going to determine this document types and all. Okay, which is already linked. Okay, now so this is the first activity. This is the first use or functions of this document type. The document type determine the types of transactions, whether it is invoice, credit memo, or normal JB or whatever XYZ. The second thing is, okay, okay, document type also control the number range. I'll tell you. Now I have created a number range, and number range was what, guys? Number range. We have created a number range. It was 1000 to 1999. This is the range which has been set up against a code. The code was 01, right? We have given here 01 code, and against that this number range we have set up. Now what is happening? So whenever, as I said, whenever we post a transaction, this practically I'll show you guys so that you'll be having perfect understanding. Right now I'll just explain. Whenever you post a document, okay, that whenever you post a transaction, the transaction is getting posted against a particular document type. Say for example, I'm going to use FB50. You have to give your company code. Now in FB50, look at here. In every transactions, you'll be having a document type. So transactions are getting posted against a particular document type. Okay, don't be confused. This field will appear. These things will appear later. So every transactions are going to be posted against particular document type. And inside of document type, we are going to assign the number range. I have created number range, and that is what number range means. What, guys? 1000 to 1999. This 01 number range. 01 means 1000 to 1999, right? So whatever this number range code is there, that is going to be linked against document type. Okay, I'll just do one thing. How to set up a document type, guys? We are having a transaction code OBA7. OBA7. Press enter. Here you'll be having new entry. If you want, you can create your own document type. It's quite easy, but right now I'm not going to set up the document type. Whichever has been delivered by SAP, the standard document type, those things itself we are going to use. But it doesn't mean that we are not supposed to set up the new document types. We can set up as per requirements. If the client is saying that, okay, I want a new document type for so and so transactions, for every sort of transactions, we are having a similar document type is already standard given by SAP. So if the client is having a requirement to set up a new document type, simply we are going to copy the existing one and we'll change the descriptions at all and all. Okay. So right now, since still we are in beginning phase itself, we'll not set up this document type, but this once you have, guys, once you have certain, like once you proceed further, I think lots of logics are going to be clear. Okay, in which cases we can set up a new document type. Okay, so don't worry. Now, so what we are going to do, guys, let's suppose the first transactions we have to post, like after GL settings and all, we are going to post general voucher, JB. So JB means it's SA document type itself is going to be used. So click on position and give your document type SA, and double click on this SA document type, and here 01 itself is assigned. If instead of 01, if different number range was there, then we have to assign our own number range. Okay, so against document type, look at here, the number range is there. Okay, and even whatever number range we have created by using transaction code FBN1, even from document type also you can reach on the same screen. Look at here right now, look at here the transaction code, transaction OBA7. We are in document type here, right? If you click on number range informations, then look at here the transaction code got changed. We came on which screen? FBN1 screen. FBN1 means we have defined our document type here. Sorry, we have defined our number range here. Okay, so even from document type also you can jump to your number range. You need to click here. Okay, that is a quite different screen, but here from here we can jump. So whatever number range we have created, let's suppose 01 we have created, that we have assigned against this 01 we have assigned against what? Against document type. And whenever you post a transaction, look at here, against document type we have assigned this 01. And whenever you are going to post a transactions, the transaction is getting posted against document type, a particular document type. Look at here, SA document type. So if you post this transactions, then what is happening, guys? System is going to generate a document number. Which document number? Document number range will be always 1000 to 1999. Why? Because it is getting posted against SA document type, right? And against SA, which range we have assigned 01. And against 01, what is the number range we have given, guys? 1000 to 1999. So of course the document number is going to be generated from this range itself, right? Practically also I'll show you guys once we post the transactions. So what I said here, that it controls the document number range also. Document type controls the document number range also. And field status as well. Field status means only two fields are getting controlled, that is header text and reference field. Look at here, we are having two fields, reference and header text. These fields, if you want to make it required entry, then these things are also getting controlled here in document type. Just look at here, required during document entry. I'm talking about these two fields. Okay, so if you apply a check mark, here, then what is happening? These both fields are going to be treated as a required entry. It means at the time of posting of transactions, user must have to enter certain inputs here in reference and header text. That is also I'll show you practically once we perform the GL settings, once we post the transactions, then you guys will be having a perfect understanding. So this is right now, I'm not going to apply this. I can just save it as it is. Now, so what we have covered, guys, document type. Document type determine the types of transactions, that is whether it is invoice, credit memo or payment or general voucher or whatever it is. Apart from this, it also controls the number range and field status. Field status means only two things, header text and reference field. Okay. So still we are having two topics, guys, remain, which is going to be covered in next session. So that's all in this session, guys, and that's all for today.